You're listening to Historical Perspectives with Mr. Mault. Learn about life by looking at our history. Teachers, for more information about historical perspectives, search Mr. Mault's Marketplace on Teachers Pay Teachers or at mrmaltmarketplace.com. Happy learning!
Alexander Graham Bell, 1847 to 1922. Some people love their cell phones so much that they can't put them down. But cell phones are a very new invention. They evolved from their ancient ancestor, the telephone. Maybe you've seen one? In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell invented the original telephone. The original telephone was an electric, wired invention designed to help people who were hard of hearing. Following his father and grandfather, Mr. Bell worked with the deaf community. Sometimes, inventors are inspired by people they love. In this case, Mr. Bell's mother and wife were deaf. To invent the telephone, Alexander Graham Bell studied the technology of telegrams. Those sent messages, but not a voice. He first figured out how to send musical notes. Then he discovered how to send his voice across a telephone line. His famous first words on a telephone were, "Mr. Watson, come here." Maybe he should have planned something a little more exciting, but he probably didn't know it would become so important. Also, he was in a bit of a rush. Other scientists and engineers were getting close to the same invention. It was a race, and he won because he was the first to get a patent for the idea. In 1892, Mr. Bell successfully made a long-distance call across the United States. It was 23 years later before a call went across the ocean. Now, phones without wires can fit in a pocket and send voices around the world. Astronauts can even make calls from outer space. Telephones weren't Alexander Graham Bell's only interest. A variety of scientific topics inspired him to invent. He studied and improved medical tools, kites, and flying machines. He invented new ways to find metal and icebergs. Also, he famously improved the record player invented by Thomas Edison. Record players, by the way, are the ancient ancestors of online music streaming. Sometimes, original inventions are nothing like today's technology, but everything started somewhere. Alexander Graham Bell's telephone company led to cell phone service providers like AT&T and Verizon. When he died in 1922, all phones had a forced moment of silence. Telephone service stopped for a full 60 seconds. It's crazy to think about that happening to almost 16 billion cell phones today. Would people put their phones down or stare at the blank screen?
Thanks for listening to this Historical Perspective. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe. Also, search for Historical Perspectives on Teachers Pay Teachers to learn more about other topics, such as the Golden Gate Bridge, Henry Ford, schools in the early 1900s, and so much more. Happy learning!